The government just released the Labor Department report for February. 227,000 jobs added and the unemployment rate at 8.3%. I'm Jill Schlesinger from CBS MoneyWatch, and I'm joined by Jack Otter. Jack, what's the best part of this report?
Well, for me, the best thing was that 45,000 new temporary workers had been hired. And the reason I like that is because it's one of the few signs I've seen that we might actually be moving toward a normal recovery. You know, all the things that normally pull us out of recession, such as housing increasing dramatically, has not happened this time. But temporary hiring means companies are saying, okay, we need more workers, we're scared to hire full-timers, but we're going to bring these people on for a little while. Also pair that with productivity going down. Sounds like a negative, but again, the calculus for the company is, wow, if we're going to keep up our pace, we need workers, productivity's going down, and therefore we're going to have to bring on some full-time people. So that could be a harbinger of good things to come.
And for me, the part that I really liked in this report was something really esoteric, which is something called the participation rate. More people put themselves back into the job-seeking role. And when they do that, it sort of usually counts against us when we figure out the unemployment rate. So we had more people looking for jobs, and yet the unemployment rate held steady at 8.3%. So flat's kind of the new black. Flat is actually a win in this case. So that was the part that I was very pleased to see. So what was not so good for you?
Not so good. Your statistic in your story this morning really floored me, that only 7% of people who lost their jobs in the Great Recession have come back to where they were before. Only 7% making the same money they were making back in 06, 07, 08, 09. So that is scary. And add to that that while the average hourly wage did tick up ever so slightly this time around, it was about as small a gain as you can possibly get, 0.1%.
And we have this terrible long-term unemployment problem with 5.4 million Americans who've been out of work more than a half a year. That is staying stubbornly high.
In fact, I think it's even higher this month than last.
Yeah, it's just one of those data points that will not move, and we really want to see that go down.
But we know how hard it is for those people to get jobs, and it's really a self-fulfilling thing where the longer they're out of work, the harder it is to get that job.
Absolutely. So now I look back and I think a year ago we said, wow, we had all these great gains, and then blam, we had an earthquake and a tsunami, and things kind of fell apart. How are you feeling about this time around? Are we going to get fooled again?
That's the question that everyone's asking. Excuse me. You know, is it just a replay of last year where nice early months and then everything goes to heck? I don't know. You know, on the one hand, you can say that the trend is a little bit firmer this time around. We've had 6 months of decent gains, 3 months of over 200,000. So there seems to be a little more momentum here. That said, who knows what's going to happen in Iran? China is slowing. Obviously, Europe has not solved its problems. So there are all these external things that have nothing to do with what's going on in this country. And of course, still, we could stumble in this country. So while I think I'm optimistic, given the momentum, boy, I would not say we're out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods.
Well, yeah, we are not. But we will keep watching these data points. We'll keep coming to you live here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to CBS Money Watch.